Hello everyone, I'm Marcelo Madruga and I lead technology and platform for core networks at Nokia. Thank you for joining in another session of our Nokia Core Talk. I'm very pleased to welcome Ravash Pathar, Principal Core Technologist in Vodacom. Welcome, Ravash.
Thank you.
Vodacom is moving from a telco to a techno. Can you tell us what more details about it? What's the practical of that, what that means?
Okay, so the idea of moving or becoming a TechCo means that we just don't provide connectivity anymore. We build digital experiences around it. For consumers, it shows up in apps like VodaPay, where it's not just for payments, but it's a host of services that we offer to our customers. And from an enterprise side, we have growing solutions in cloud and IoT, where we assist organizations and companies to manage fleets of cars, in the agricultural sector as well, the education sector. And we continue to invest in platforms, not just products. That means that we can offer more scalable services, use our data better data use, and it also complements faster innovation. Essentially, from a Vodacom perspective, we want to build software factories around the African region where we use standardized tooling to develop and deliver scalable products for services around the African region. And then lastly, I think I should mention this, being a Vodacom employee, embedding our agile employee culture, the spirit of Vodacom. And what this means is the spirit of Vodacom across the organization further supports the skills and capabilities we need for our journey to becoming a trusted leading African TechCo.
Super interesting, Ravash. Interesting that you say about your application ecosystem. We in Nokia as well are working on creating an app ecosystem, so in line with your overall strategy. So how that creating that ecosystem looks from Vodacom, and especially what kind of a services integration are you looking for to do first, evolving from your VodaPay, for example, right?
Good question. So the super app has been a strategic goal for Vodacom for a while. And what it does is, or the way you would see it, is a digital storefront. But again, not just for payments, it's a whole host of services all in one place. And our super app, combines the strengths of Vodacom from a digital services perspective as well as a financial service perspective to provide a rich ecosystem for our customers. VodaPay is live in South Africa. I think we have millions of subscribers already, and it's being rolled out into other markets as well. We've built partnerships inside the app. For example, food delivery, loans, insurance, utilities. I mean, there's a whole conglomerate of services that we have, all integrated into this one app. And again, it's not just about the services. We want our in-house developers, to build into the ecosystem, but as well as third parties as well, which I think will complement the VodaPay app even further. And then maybe lastly, in an African context, the more everyday needs that the VodaPay app can serve, the more value it's going to create, especially for unbanked regions, which is common in Africa, where our app has become a lifeline of such for customers.
So let's change gear a little bit. The application and the apps is super interesting, but let's talk about the core networks. So we provide some key components on your 5G network, especially the subscriber data management. Can you share a little bit more? How was the deployment, the operation of our system in your network?
Perfect. So the Nokia SDM solution was actually concluded late last year, but what the deployment and the Nokia SDM solution, the rollout was basically a broader strategy for our 5G modernization. And it plays a critical role in managing our subscribers, from a central location. The project delivered, I would say, strong outcomes, especially in terms of scalability, high availability, and data consistency across our three sites. I mean, the architecture. So,
yes.
But I mean, some of the benefits that we saw real benefits in streamlining a lot of the services. One being authentication, session management, mobile number portability as well, centrally, which obviously improved our customer experience during peak demands. And I think one of the other benefits was, as well, was the fact that we've incorporated the SDM environment in a multi-vendor environment. So, I expected it. I think it went a lot better than I expected
All right,
because
good
of
to hear that.
Nokia's open interfaces, as well as strong collaboration between the teams. And I think overall, the SDM project lays the foundation, if you will, for more dynamic services ahead, from real-time personalization to AI-driven policies within the core.
Okay. Thank you. Nice to hear that, because we are very proud of our architecture and the way that our open interfaces work on our SDM product.
Good. So, Marco, let's switch gears as well.
Okay.
Can I perhaps ask you a question?
Yeah, go ahead.
So, talking about SDM, so you've helped customers like us, with the deployment of SDM, but from a Nokia perspective, and what's going down in the bits and the bytes with your engineers, where do you see the next big step in Nokia's evolution? Is it going to be something to do with architecture? Is it going to be Gen AI or intelligence related, or perhaps something completely different?
Oh, that's an interesting and a hard question. So the way that we see the future, so I would like to have focus on technology in the way that we bring the core networks to be really the first autonomous domain in your network. With your app store, with the 5G coming in, the 5G advanced, we need to have a very dynamic network in the way you can change the configuration, build new services, increase the time to value in the way that you can deliver services faster. So that's why being the first autonomous networks domain will be very interesting, and it will enable you to do more business. But in order to do that, like you said, we're going to have AI, right? We're going to have to break the data silos, put all data together, so we can really use AI to make those decisions and have always a human in the loop to make those decisions. So it will be very important to use that capability to drive really agility in the network, without losing the capability of APIs. Yeah. As you're building the application in the App Store, naturally I see more types of APIs coming in, evolving what we have on the network today, from latency, KOS, positioning, maybe new services will come. So we have to keep the push towards API, and even more type of APIs to allow you to do really a control loop, a closed loop in the way the network becomes very dynamic. That's how I think I'm pushing our roadmap to drive into that direction, so we can get even better and full autonomous network. At some point, your core network will be run by itself. That's our goal.
Interesting. Very, very interesting.
Okay, Ravash. Now, look into 3 to 5 years. If I allow you to me a little bit bold question here. So into the future, right? We cannot predict the future, but let's give our guess. So what do you think Vodafone's biggest differentiator in the market will be?
Oh, that's a little bit of a tough question, but I'll give it a shot. I think from a Vodacom perspective, our reach and our brand are already strong, but the differentiator, or one of the differentiators, is going to be how we use our platform and platforms to solve real life problems. Yeah. As a customer-centric behavior, you hit the nail on the head with customer centricity. But as a customer-centric business, we tailor our propositions to the unique needs of our customers, customer segments. We have invested heavily in big data technology to gain insights on our customers and their day-to-day behaviors. We promote accessibility and inclusion by meeting the specific demands and our customers' needs to segmentation and personalization. In addition, I think financial services, healthcare access, and education will continue to grow in importance, alongside connectivity, obviously. And I think one of the other reasons why we would stand out is that our idea is that we want to localize solutions within the African region, but still maintaining a common digital backbone. And I think one of the main contributors is going to be the fact that we are part of the Vodacom group and as the Vodafone group. And I think what this gives us is scale, and innovation power that we can bring to all markets, not just the African region.
Ravash, thank you very much.
No, thank you for having me.
It was a pleasure to have you here.
Thank you, Marcelo.
And folks, with this, we conclude our Nokia Core Talk. Thank you very much. See you next time.